Hey guys, welcome back to Untitled Custom. So today I'm sharing with you a Bowen Designs Wasp statue that was converted into the Psylocke first appearance, I think it is, when she was in her armor. Before I think they turned her into the Asian with the blue outfit and swords. I'm not really sure. I don't know all the history, but I do remember this armor version of Psylocke. So it was a lot of fun working on this. It was a nice little challenge. There was a lot of hiccups with it though, because we wanted to put cloth on it in the beginning when we got to around ready to actually start doing the hood and cloth. But the problem was when I went to the seamstress and we were working on it, things just weren't working out correctly, and things just kept getting delayed. So we came down to the point where, like, you know what, it's better that I just kind of sculpt the cape, and we kind of ran this way with it. So I'll break all that down, everything that we had to do. But it came out pretty cool. I had a lot of fun with it. It's always nice to kind of work on some Bowen statues here and there. But so to give you guys an idea, this is the Wasp statue. So you can see this is what we used. We did change the head. Originally I did have the head on the statue of the Wasp, but after working on it and things, I went into my box of parts and I actually found like an old Bowen head. I don't know where this head came from. I completely forget. I don't know if it was a bust or something. But it was sitting in there, and I asked the client, I said, "You want me just to swap out the head because I got to do this whole thing with the cloth and cape and, you know, the hood anyway?" And he was like, "Yeah, let's go with that head. I like that one better." So that's what we did. But to give you guys an idea, I have all the papers here. So I always like to ask people to send me stuff every once in a while when I work on things. So, you know, this is the outfit. This is kind of like the original artwork type stuff. So they printed this out for me. You can see like right here, this is kind of like the sketching of what the artist did of all the armor and everything back then. And, you know, you got the hood with the hair. We couldn't work out the hair too well because it just being so small and everything, it just didn't seem like it was going to work too well. So we decided, well, you know what, let's not put the hair in there. So after all was said and done, it was easier for me to actually do the figure first with all the armor, and then at the end, after we couldn't get the cloth going, what I did is I designed it where, let's see if we get this up, where it's actually removable. I put a little peg in here with a magnet and stuff, so it's easier not only to ship it, move it, and pack it, but I told the client, I said, you know, down the line, if anything ever was to happen with this statue, and he needed to repair it or something, it's better that it comes in pieces. So they were like, cool, that's really, it's better that way. So also, let's get a little bit closer for you guys. So we redid the base too. It had the Avengers base, so what I did is I filled up all the line work in here, and I sanded it all down and made it smooth, and I brought her up forward because she actually stands further back in the base because she has the little wasp that goes in front of her. But once that was taken out, everything works pretty good. So you know, I'm not really that great with armor, so I took my time on this one. Like I said, it did take a while. So, you know, I did the whole breast armor and everything first with the, you know, midsection and everything. Did a lot of the arms a little bit here and there. We did the legs, the shoes, and kind of worked it all out. And then, you know, did the shoulder pads last, and then we worked out the cape. Now the cape is actually a broken cape that I got from Adam Warlock back in the day when I was doing a lot of Bowen customs. So I had a bottom half of the Warlock cape, and I added it to this item here. Now at one point the cape had like wire sticking out of it, so I actually broke out the wires and I put the wire over here, and then there's like another wire going up over here, and then I sculpted all the A's and everything around the head. So it worked out pretty cool. I mean, you know, like I said, I had a lot of fun with this. It's in the beginning, it was like, you know, I asked the client, "Are you sure you're okay with the cape kind of being open like this?" And after showing it and we kind of placed it on the statue and everything, he was like, "Yeah, I like it. I think it works out pretty good," because a lot of the drawings, the cape just kind of flies down behind her. But I think this worked out pretty cool. So get a little bit closer. It's like a pearlized pink magenta outfit. That's kind of what we did, dulled it down a little bit, but he wanted to kind of have it shiny, kind of following the, a while back I did a Scarlet Witch custom. Now the armor is chrome silver from Tamiya, and then what I did was I did a lot of interference blue on that armor, and then I mixed it like a lavender transparent from Garage Kits on the armor. Now it might be hard to see, but the armor isn't just pure, you know, in your face, chrome silver and flat with a gloss coat. It's got like a hint of purple into it with a hint of the interference blue. So it gives it a really cool looking armor to her. It's like it's almost like a little bit of like a purplish bluish tint, but not overbearing to the point. So it gives it kind of almost like a magical armor, I guess you could say, in a little sense. But you know, it was pretty cool. It worked out pretty good. I mean, it's I tried to follow the artwork as best as I could with all the lines, adding the knee pads, the little like wrinkles between the wrists, the you know the elbow, shoulder pads were a little bit tricky. There was a lot of like you know rolling out A's, wrapping it around the shoulder, cutting it, sanding it down, adding the line, sanding it down, you know, working all that. Some of the harder parts too was trying to get between the hands over here and over here because I didn't want to break these hands, and I didn't want to, you know, I wanted to try to get in there and everything. But you know, it's a straight up. I mean, it's a fairly simple custom, but because there's a lot of armor and you're building onto it, it just took me time. And then we just kind of had that whole hiccup with the cloth cape. It just didn't work out. But the head worked out pretty cool. I guess I might have to get a little bit back, a little further, then we can zoom in. I had to paint in the eyes because I wanted to use the Arch Refine Transfer eyes, but this head, like I said, I don't remember where I got it from, so it wasn't, you know, I couldn't get the eyes in there, plus with the cape and everything, it was a little tricky. So what I did is I kind of did some, like, purplish dots for the eyes, and I kind of tried to add a little stuff in there just to give it something a little bit different for the eyes, and it worked out pretty cool. So I mean, there you go. It's just like a throwback to old school Psylocke, you know, with the armor. I'm pretty sure a lot of you old collectors that know this outfit and love Bowen stuff era, you probably know exactly what's going on. Oh yeah, and of course when I painted up the cape, what I did was it's a nice mix of like a bluish purple that I kind of mixed up, and then I threw some interference blue on there and I dulled it down because I wanted to give it like a silky cape look. I didn't want it to just be straight up flat. And the client really wanted to have all these type of colors on there because, you know, we sat down, we talked about it. I said, do you want flats? Do you want just like a plain, like, you know, metal looking this? Do you want to go pearlized? Do you want to have a metallic-y gloss stuff? Do you, you know? So after we got talking, the client's like, I want this, I want that, and I think this would look good too. And that's what we did. We just ran with it. And of course I glossed up the base to give it like a little bit mirror underneath of her with reflection. But pretty cool, pretty simple. But like I said, it just took a long time because of all these hiccups. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Maybe a lot of you older guys, collectors, will probably know exactly this whole Psylocke and this armor version. Maybe some of you new guys might not know about it. You guys go like hit a comic book store, check it out. Pretty cool armor design and everything from back in the day. And like I said, you could always take all these Bowen statues, you could convert them and finish up lines or make characters or versions of characters that never were made before. So thanks for watching, and we will be back with some more videos.